Okay, so the first game of today's fixtures in Euro 2024, the Netherlands were playing Poland. They've won 2-1 in a scrappy, unconvincing win, in my opinion, and they had to come from behind. Defensively, I'm not sold on this Dutch side, and they were very, very wasteful in the final third of the field. Had they been more accurate, we're talking about 6, 7, 8 goals. How wasteful can this Dutch side be? But they were very sloppy from one of the few set plays Poland had. Buska with a brilliant header. They just stood still. They were playing a zonal system, and none of the players in that box for the Netherlands really picked up Buska's run from the corner. It's a brilliant header, absolutely brilliant header, and Poland take the lead after 16 minutes. And for all the build-up play that the Dutch had, and they could pass out from the back and build and have runs wide and a good balanced attack. That final third, their finishing was wayward. And while Gakpo gets his goal on 29 minutes, it has to come via a deflection through bodies to beat Szczesny. If that doesn't get a deflection, Szczesny saves that. So that just sums up the Dutch performance. They needed a little bit of a deflection and not a true crisp finish to get the equaliser. That's on 29 minutes. They're still wasting opportunities. Depay, Dumfries, Gakpo, Shimons. I mean, how many more chances do you want these guys to waste? I mean, it carried on in the second half. It was 1-1 at half time. It carried on in the second half. Poland actually looked better in an attacking sense. In the second half, they're playing themselves into the game. They'd stuck in there. They were dogged. They're missing Lewandowski through injury, but they were dogged and they stuck in there and they created their own chances. And then their shooting became wayward. And it took until the 83rd minute with Weghorst. Yes, that cult hero, isn't he? He struggles at club level. He's still technically a Burnley player. He hasn't played for Burnley for 2 years. He's been out on loan at various clubs, and I think Hoffenheim this season. Barely scores at club level, but for the international team, he comes on and he gets crucial goals. And it's a very, very good finish from Weghorst. He bullies the defender. You can see the Poles have been defending a lot. They're getting tired. I don't understand why they didn't start him. Honestly, I don't understand why they didn't start Weghorst, because that's a physical presence, that's a target, and then you can have players playing off him. They were so wasteful, though. I mean, the Dutch could have had 5, 6, 7. Szczesny had a very, very good game. I feel sorry for Wojciech Szczesny. I think he had a very good performance. He read the play well. He claimed crosses in the box. If there were through balls, he came out and prevented attacks, distributed the ball well, lots of good saves, but he's on the losing side. Poland, I think, can be a bit frustrated with the fact that they couldn't get an equaliser. They had their opportunities themselves. The Dutch, not sold on them defensively either. I think this Dutch side, the build-up with their attacks is fine. It's the finishing, and defensively they looked very unconvincing. So we'll see what goes on in the rest of the group. Obviously, Austria and France are in there as well. This is a tough group. Nothing's a given in this group, but the Dutch, I wasn't sold on their performance. They've got some good technical players. Frimpong, I think, could potentially start in the next game. He's played very well for Leverkusen this season. So I'm surprised. I think Weghorst and Frimpong may start the next game. I don't know how the Dutch fans feel about Ronald Koeman as the coach. I really don't. But I'm not sold on this Dutch performance. It was a scrappy win by the Netherlands over Poland. And the Poles can feel a bit frustrated that they let that 1-0 lead slip. Because you can see the Dutch getting frustrated with themselves. I think the Poles will be frustrated that they let that lead slip. They had a great opportunity to do a smash and grab. Couldn't. They just got too defensive in the second half at times. They had their periods of attack, but also too defensive. But there we go. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Place your thoughts on the game below. Do you think the Dutch can build upon this performance, or are they a very flawed team defensively and in attack? Because the middle third of the field, the midfield area, they can control the tempo and pace, but that finishing's wayward and that defending was shaky at best. So I want to hear your thoughts on the game. But for me, for now, thank you very much for watching. Place your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll have some more content for you guys very, very soon.